it will be Jannik Sinner to get us underway.
Ready. Right, please take your seats, ladies
Just
and
a few
gentlemen.
spectators, a few stragglers making their way in.
Thank you very much.
All socially distanced, of course, here at Melbourne Park across these 2 weeks. And stand by for plenty of that tonight. Plenty of long rallies we expect between these two players.
What I love about these two as well, they play with a lot of confidence. They'll be going for their shots. There'll be some misses out here, but they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Beautiful to watch. And Shapovalov backhand. I mean, the one-handers in general are great to watch, but Shapovalov is just something else.
Nice big backswings on his ground strokes, especially that backhand. Beautiful finish all the way through.
Joining us for the first time, no lines people at AO 2021, all done electronically, which won't be a problem for these players because they've played under these conditions not only last week, but they've played next-gen tournaments that have had the same system in place, so nothing new for these guys.
All.
Nice 1-2 play early on from Sinner.
40-30.
Nice serve into the body, jamming up Denis here. Giving him the short ball. Quickly pounced on that one.
Good start for Sinner. Opening game of the match.
I expected it to be a little closer than that.
We'll see that move as the night goes along, I'm sure. Oh, it's good power. Picking up where he left off from yesterday's final.
Just easy power, isn't it? Nice and controlled on that backhand and that forehand. Just acceleration there. Beautiful work.
Love 30.
Yeah, there's Shapovalov's mother, Tessa. Does work with Denis. Denis also works with Mikhail Yuzhny former Russian player, quarter-finalist here back in 2008. Not here at the moment. Oh, brilliant again from Sinner. Fast start, 3 break points.
Love 40.
This wasn't a bad shot, just 3 big steps he was there and a little flick cross court.
Just shows the confidence that he's got right now in his game. Pressure on Shapovalov early in this one. Well, it's nice when you got that lefty serve just at the right time.
Great work on that ball, kept on swinging out wide. I'm sure he's looking for another first serve here. Take some pressure off.
Look at the attributes of a player that's going to be top 10. We know that Shapovalov has skirted the edges of the top 10. The ability to use that serve to get out of trouble. You were the master at it, but you were very rarely in trouble on your serve anyway. Does get the break of serve, Sinner. Second game of the match.
Perfect start for Sinner. He's looking very relaxed on the court, isn't he?
Yeah, good advantage for all of these players to not have to travel the week before the major to get here from anywhere else in Australia. All the tournaments were played at Melbourne Park. Chance to acclimatise. Obviously had to do the quarantining as well.
Fit enough.
I think you get the impression, the feeling that Denis is definitely the one who's a little tighter out here, coming out a little nervous, winning the toss, electing to receive. I think that's a sign right there, and just still looking to try and feel himself in the match.
Quarter-finalist at Roland Garros last year, Jannik Sinner, falling to Rafael Nadal. Not the only player that suffered that fate at Roland Garros over the years. I mentioned a little bit earlier that Sinner's junior career wasn't so much in tennis, it was focused on skiing until his early teens, and then made the decision to really go hard on his tennis, and the results are showing. He's off to a flyer in this opening round match. Sinner, 3 games to love in the opening sets.
Zverev and Djokovic had two very tough matches, but played very well in them. They were both close.
But under pressure early on, Denis Shapovalov, the 11th seed here at AO 2021, serving at love 3. Held it nicely, Shapovalov. Just waited to see what Sinner was going to do.
15 enough.
Good first point to start off. He's got huge swings off both sides, so it's for him, it's very important to be seeing the ball well with large backswings like that.
Can't do anything about that one.
30 love.
Starting to work into the match now, Shapovalov.
40 love.
Request came from the crowd. Experienced ball kids here. But not so much for the concentration of Shapovalov. A little bit of extra time between that first and second serve. Interesting choice of shot from that position in the court.
30.
It's normally a sign from someone who's not quite comfortable as yet, looking to wanting the point to be over one way or the other. If he had made that, I think Jannik was there anyway. He was already moving forward.
He's on the board though. Shapovalov. And a break. Sinnerin 3-1.
3 against 1.
Good hold there. Important one for him just to settle down a little bit.
Even though he's played on the biggest stages around the world, there's still that feeling of, okay, first match up, major. Work way into it. Maybe a few butterflies out there for him.
That's a good sign. You know, if you have got going out there with butterflies, it means you care. It means you want it. It's a good thing. It's a wrong shot to go. Didn't have a lot of room to work with there. Jannik was still there even if he made that. Inside out forehand, lowest part of the net. I guess it's easy to say sitting up here, isn't it?
Oh, that'll make you feel a lot better. After a long rally like that, taking control.
15 all.
Fantastic hitting from both the guys. And this one, 3-4 feet around the baseline off the back foot, showing his strength. To be able to come up with a winner there, not easy.
Still it's Sinner, the player that's hanging in these rallies. Just looking the more assured of the two players. You just feel that he's the one that's controlling each and every one of these rallies. It's a matter now of Shapovalov as he builds into the match to take a little bit of control there. He's got to be the one dictating terms.
I don't think we'll get to see a lot of those tonight. There's a rare, easy miss there from Jannik. Not sure what happened. Maybe just got a little lazy with his feet. There's a little bit of an opportunity here for Denis. 30 all.
Will start to show from Shapovalov. As you mentioned, Mark, he felt like he had a real opportunity in this service game. Still could, but those are the rallies he needs to start winning.
Stefan hitting the ball better, but there's two missed forehands in this game, and on both he kind of just collapsed. He didn't get under him and just rolled him right into the net.
Again, these two players well adjusted to using the towel boxes. I know this only too well, and to get the timing right. I mean, one of the things with the bigger courts here at Melbourne Park, the show courts, it takes a long time to get to the towel box and get back. You've still got the clock going. It will speed things up, although these two won't have a problem with it.
Sinner.
That was just a heavy forehand off that cross court. As quick as Denis is, just almost there, couldn't control it.
Look at this. Oi!
Making sure he's paying attention.
Yeah, too good from Sinner at the moment. Off to a fast start. He's 4-1 in the first.
Sinner leads 4 games to 1.
Crowd make its way into Margaret Court Arena. Again, Denis Shapovalov just asking the umpire for something. More supplies, I think. We shall see. With that player on screen, Jannik Sinner. 4-1, getting the better of the start in the battle of the next-gen players on MCA.
Thank you. Enough.
Just the depth of shot at the moment from Sinner is just rock solid.
It's one thing to be solid, it's the other thing to be hitting the ball as hard as he is.
Yeah.
And look solid at the same time. Incredibly impressive.
And even there, we saw him build up that point. He was marching towards the net. That's a positive sign for Sinner as well.
Let's preserve.
We could hear it in our effects mic. There's a little machine on the net that alerts the umpire. Makes a little beep. We can hear it. Don't think Denis did.
I don't think he wanted to hear that one after that serve.
Yeah, covered off beautifully. Both players don't mind moving forward.
That was almost a replay of that game when he got broken, but that time he was on that cross-court one, ready for it.
Nice here from Sinner, just slowing things down, just taking his time, moving to the ad court.
Let first serve.
Gee, he got down to that nicely too, didn't he, Jannik Sinner? Up and over from that part of the court.
That was not easy. That slice forehand from Denis stayed really low, and as you mentioned, great racket head work to get underneath that. Didn't have a lot of court to work with. Beautiful racket head speed. And gave that one a hit too.
Yep. It's just far too good at the moment. The pure ball striking of Jannik Sinner. Another break points.
40-40.
The only thing to do here if you're Shapovalov is just to maybe say hang in there, try and get a first serve, try and hold somehow, and hopefully Jannik starts missing a couple or goes a little cold or something.
That'll help.
It's a great big play. One of the first ones he actually went down the tee on the advantage side.
Mum will be happy with that one. Tessa.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
That's the one he wanted. Under pressure on serve, Shapovalov comes through. Sinner 4-2 in the opening set.
Games to 2.
Great effort for him to hold there. It's very important just to try and stay in this first set. Anything can happen, a long way to go. It's only a break. But those first serves were huge there on those big points.
Left.
The other thing Shapovalov to focus on right now, Sinner is playing at such a high level. As you mentioned, you're hoping that he drops that level at some stage throughout this opening set, but just making him play those extra balls, keeping those unforced errors down. Just like that. It's trying to make something happen, really stepping into that ball. Trying the shorter angle. At the moment, easy for Sinner on his serve. So Sinner rolling along nicely in this opening set.
Balls, please.
5 games to 2 now.
Sinner leads 5 games to 2.
That's the Arts Centre Spire there as we go around the CBD and bring you back into Melbourne Park. Complex looking magnificent. More redevelopments happening over the other side of the courts. Plenty of action out there today on the outsides. Shapovalov at 2-5.
Right now, Denis's job is just to hold serve.
Yep.
And try and get Jannik to serve for the first set. And somehow find a way to get him off his game, to break him. Maybe they might be running around, hitting some balls, attacking the net. But first of all, it's just holding on to serve.
Left.
I mean, even if you know it's going in that direction, you still can't do anything with that serve.
Not that one, no. That was halfway up the net, swinging away, hit the line, he kept on swinging. That was perfect.
Thirty, 15.
You can see the unforced error count. Huge there. 13 for Shapovalov. Asking the question of Sinner. just a different look.
40-15.
Denis hits that slice well. That one stayed incredibly low. One of the toughest shots is moving forward. Oh, Jannik had to move forward in that one and try and get under it.
Game, Shapovalov.
So he holds serve. Now over to you, Jannik, to try and finish this opening set off.
5-3.
Denis has definitely found his rhythm on his serve in the last couple of service games. That's a good sign for him.
Yeah, Ricardo Piatti would be feeling pretty good about the fact that he has worked his... that Sinner is flying along at the moment. Piatti, the coach of that player on your screen. Dicey moments there. Shapovalov thought Sinner's ball might have been long, was just half waiting for that call.
15.
It's important to play everything just in case. But one of the few misses of the set for Jannik on that backhand.
That's a really bad miss from Shapovalov this stage of the match. Yeah, I can understand the frustration.
Small opportunity, love 15, and to miss such an easy ball right in the middle. Isn't it amazing? He's holding serve so comfortably. All of a sudden, he's serving for the first set and he changes everything. Going for a little bit too much in that first point. He's hitting the ball so beautifully. There was no reason for him to go so close to the lines. Ended up missing a backhand. All of a sudden, it's a little tight. Short reply, and now it's 15-30. Guys, Denis open up the court, but just played wrong shot at this.
30
at that stage, the drop shot. He was behind the baseline and it was up high as well, and
it was an interesting decision. I mean, did the right thing to follow that ball in, was all he could do, but it just sat up for Sinner. Just far too good from Jannik Sinner. Brings up set points.
40-30.
I was half expecting one of his, that jump backhand that he has.
Look how he sets up the point here. Yeah, Shapovalov went back to the middle. Even if he had been in that corner, it still would have been difficult. Set point. That is an emphatic set of tennis for Jannik Sinner. Getting the better of it against the 11th seed. He takes the opener 6-3.
Very solid first set, well deserved.
And Shapovalov to serve first in the second.
Enough.
Denis's focus and needs to get off to a good start here. Cannot be down a break early. He's definitely a player who loves to hit the ball big and play with confidence, and it's tough to do that when you're a breakdown. You're always playing catch-up tennis, so needs to get to a 1-love lead, get himself back in this match.
30-15. Let's second serve.
Oh, he left it. Oh, dear. That's not what he wanted. He set up the point beautifully.
30-all.
Never understand that one. If you're there to hit the ball comfortably, which it looked like he was, and it's going to be close, it's always better.
Just a sign of maybe the confidence levels right now in the match. Been under pressure pretty much every single service game so far tonight.
Looking a little rushed.
40.
Just grab that towel, a couple of deep breaths. And right now he's thinking, I need a first serve here. He's had success going out wide and down the middle. I wonder where he's going to go. I'm going to call the wide one, the slider out wide.
The other way, didn't matter. Same result.
Yes.
Had a 50-50 chance. It was perfect anyway. Great first serve. Back to juice.
Again, facing
Advantage.
a break point.
Sinnerin.
That first serve percentage so high from Sinnerin, all the major stats going his way.
Let's first serve.
That's better.
Great play. Great move there off that forehand. Before he hit that forehand, he was already looking to move in. That was good aggressive play. Hopefully that'll settle him down a little bit here.
Oh, smart as you say. You're going to get Sinner out wide hitting a slice. He's going to have to hit that ball up. Good speed from Shapovalov. Built the pressure nicely, Shapovalov. Just looking a little more assured in that point.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
Yeah, going for the off forehand, lowest part of the net there, opening up the court nicely. And opening up those shoulders in that big swing.
Yes.
Now it becomes a matter of trying to string points together for Shapovalov and try and get some sort of momentum going.
That's the one that hurts. You work so hard at deuce by hitting a good shot to give yourself game point, then just a double fault back in the starting spot, back to deuce. Although good work gone.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
But a good follow-up. Plenty of free points off that serve across his career.
Deuce.
Not a little bit of a weak second serve there, right in the hitting range, but that one down the middle is a very underestimated return. I think one of the best returns is the one right at the feet, right in the middle, and definitely caught Denis there.
Advantage.
Again, the problem
Sinner.
of being able to string 2 points together for Shapovalov. Another break point for Sinner.
Great reply.
Deuce.
A couple of those shots he's missing. It's a little too flat, that last forehand. I'd just love to see him get underneath it a little bit more, give himself some air, especially when you're a little nervous and not hitting the ball as well as you want to. Just give a little bit more air, a little more percentage.
Oh, that was so close. That's got to give Shapovalov some heart to stick in that long rally.
Shapovalov.
He'd struggle with those in the opening set.
Here we go. Will he go down the middle again? It's come up with some big ones down the middle. Wherever it goes, he definitely needs a first serve here.
Well done. That was a hell of a return from Sinner. Shapovalov up to the challenge.
It's been a while since the players had to wait for spectators to sit down, isn't it? It's
about
great
a
to
year.
see.
Yeah. Thanks. Please.
Oh, there's a large
Actually,
group
the back of the
behind
court. Just take a seat, please.
Denis Shapovalov.
Plenty of seats available.
I'm just going to find a seat anywhere for now.
That poor lady.
15 left.
Oh, that had some heat on it.
That would definitely give him some confidence. Fantastic hitting from the baseline.
15.
No, that great moving. As soon as you think these guys are on the back foot, all of a sudden they hit a winner.
Again, this one on the run. Just took it slightly earlier.
$30, 15.
I know a lot can change across the course of a match, but Jannik Sinner is playing at such a great level right now. Just absorbing the pressure from Shapovalov, barely missing. That's what he has to do. He's taking the ball so early.
30 all.
Sensing him off the court, came in. That's a great move. Already moving in. That's what you'd like to see.
$40, 30.
Lovely court movement again from Sinner. All square in the second set. You mentioned right at the start of the match, Mark, about seeing this match up for at least the next decade, and there is so much excitement with the level of tennis we're seeing tonight.
What's impressive is how solid, Jannik has stayed during this whole set and a half. Well, set and a bit. It's just so mature for his age. The way he plays, very impressive.
Shapovalov, 15.
Missed another one. Sinner making so many returns. There's very few free points for Shapovalov to work with here.
And again, it was that return down the middle, right at the feet. Denis unable to get out of the way, cramping up a little bit. And that one late, missing it just wide. Great second serve there. One of the toughest serves to return was always a good heavy kick off a lefty serve. Having that high in the forehand, you're just not used to seeing that one. That was a really good, great kick on that one.
Yeah, closing on the net beautifully. Talk about the options he's got, and there's Old Faithful right there, and he knows what to do with it, knows where it's going, what the reply is going to be.
Move quickly behind that one.
And
again, Shapovalov finds himself in trouble on serve.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to both players, please do not use flash photography. No flash, please. Thank you very much.
Thought for a second there Jannik Sinner could hear noise in the crowd, but no, the flash from some of those camera phones around the place.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
Again, having to fight here, try and hold serve. End of the day, most important thing is just to hold serve no matter how do you do it. And his confidence will definitely grow if he's finding a way to hold.
Had to get out of the way of that one, Jannik Sinner. Good follow-up from Shapovalov. Under pressure he comes through. We're on serve. It's 2-1 in the second. Well, that fan will be looking for a turnaround from Denis Shapovalov. Jannik Sinner taking the opening set 6-3. Despite a huge struggle early on in this second set, Shapovalov keeping himself in front. We are on serve. Jannik Sinner getting the job done. back of the court from Shapovalov, but he wants some crowd love as well.
Absolutely. After that point, showing some love. He needed that one.
15.
What he also needed was a little bit of time, just slow things down before the umpire called the score. Just get the crowd into it as well. Build some atmosphere. It's been a while. Again, a little opening for Shapovalov.
Love 30.
Big opportunity, a love 30. Just got to make him play. Keep applying that pressure. Too good, not the best return, but made him play. Came up with the goods in that one.
Just the calm demeanour. All right, calm down in this service game, no problem. I'll just set up the point like this. He just feels like he's got all the time in the world at the moment, Jannik Sinner. Yeah, something wrong with the tennis ball here. That one a little bit flat. So it'll be removed from service. Just an increase of pressure, isn't it, on Shapovalov? And the guy down the other end is barely missing. There's the unforced error count.
Wow. Denis won that one 3 times.
40.
And this one.
50.
Look at that. It's extraordinary from both players.
Great point.
Shapovalov leaning more for cross court there. Good presence of mind for Sinner to go up the line.
I think he was looking at his mum. He's like, what do I have to do to win a point?
Oh. This is just ridiculously easy at the moment for Jannik Sinner. And it's not as if Shapovalov's playing a bad match either.
No, sometimes you just got to say too good. Denis only hit 1 unforced error in that game on that 15-30 on the second serve return. Besides that, he played a great game and just wasn't good enough.
That would have to be the ultimate in frustration. That no matter what he's trying to do here, and he is trying a lot of different things, Sinner is just that level above. Another tennis ball issue. He might have got a little bad batch in one of the cans.
2-all. On serve.
One thing that's not going to happen with Denis Shapovalov tonight, he's not going to go back into his shell.
No, I love what happened at that point. Previously he got past, but that time he came in again, and that time drew the unforced error. And the great thing is he's still coming forward even when you get past. You see a lot of guys that get past once and they get scared and they stop coming in. So for me, that's a very positive sign. The fact that he's still willing to come forward.
Yeah, no doubt he'd be feeling the frustration right now, but I mean, how far both of these players have come, but in particular Shapovalov playing at this top level, to know that he can rely on his game and get himself out of some tough situations.
Great pick up here, great hands.
40 love.
I mean, he's a young guy as well, but he's been around. You're seeded 11 in a Grand Slam. You've obviously put yourself in this position before, and he knows just to stay calm and keep holding serve. And
yeah, it's a good way to finish off that game.
yep, keep applying the pressure.
One of the easiest games he's had on serve all match. We're on serve. It's 3-2 in the second.
Done.
Enjoy some light refreshment. Sit back and watch this one. Wherever you are around the world, get the popcorn out. Still a ways to go in this match. It's Jannik Sinner with the advantage, but Denis Shapovalov hanging in.
Left.
Get to that one.
Perfect. I wouldn't say that shot was the highest percentage shot at the time, but it worked. Could not hit that better. Beautiful feel.
It is something a little bit different. We've seen him try it a couple of times in the match. But it's a nice change-up play. He's thinking out there.
He's kind of missed a couple of those forehands by brushing him, you know, kind of letting that ball collapse and just brushing him. Kind of more of a nothing forehand for him.
40-30.
Heavy hitting from Jannik, really attacking that backhand side right now of Denis.
Another unforced error off the return. So Sinner getting through another service game. Again, a little bit of pressure. He's making inroads, Shapovalov, but just can't land the killer blow on the Sinner serve. And he looks up at the scoreboard. For all the dominance that Sinner's had in this match, you look up at the scoreboard, it still says 3-3. It's still level in the set.
Please.
Tell you what, Mark, he ain't sorry, and he's going to take that every day of the week.
Absolutely. I think they hit the net 3 times before it went over. Twice on his side and once on Jannik's side.
Gee, that was close. That would have been spectacular if he had made that off the dead run.
30 left.
Mind you, the way he's playing, it was in the frame.
From this angle, almost for a second looked like it might go in, but that was a great volley. It wasn't easy. Got down for it nicely. Little punch into the open court. Nice hands.
It's a legitimate tactic. Sensible, actually, from Sinner. Shapovalov moving around at the net. Go straight through him.
15.
If you're going to try and chip and charge for the first time, I guess 30 love's the best time to do it. But as you mentioned, the one at the net, right at the person at the net's sometimes the best shot to do, especially when you don't have that angle to work with.
$40-15.
I've just seen the last couple of service games from Shapovalov. Things just slightly easier on his serve, getting through them now. You continue to with serves like that. Shapovalov holds. We're on serve. Still in the second. It's 4-3.
New balls, please. Shapovalov leads 4 games to 3.
Tomic's opponent, Koichi Sugita, tied in the third set. Their match earlier this evening. New tennis balls for Sinner at 3-4. Sinner picks up that slice from Shapovalov.
15 left.
Just a little flick cross court, but just so solid from the baseline. I love how he sits on that baseline, not too far behind, and stands his ground. Even when he gets pushed back, he kind of half volleys those ones and stays his ground, and it's moving so well.
15 all.
There's here is Sinner is 6'2", moves incredibly well for a big guy.
Yep. I reckon the skiing might help him with that in terms of the bend that he's got, the knee bend that he's got when he gets down to some of these shots. Had plenty of time, got lucky with the net cord. But again, he'll take it, Shapovalov, and again a little window of opportunity on the Sinner serve.
15-30.
Sinner got a little unlucky with that leg cord, but Denis held that backhand until Sinner made that move and went down the line. And as you mentioned, doors open up a little bit for another opportunity.
Now, big opportunity.
Here we go. Is this his first break points of the match?
15-14.
And he's got two coming up right here. A rare kind of rush miss on that backhand from Jannik there. Let's see how Jannik responds to these break points.
Just like that.
Well, I'd say that was a pretty good response on the first break point. Great serve out wide. I thought that was a great return.
40.
And again, just rolling. Look at this. Just rolling over that backhand. Using that left hand just to roll it over. Just effortless power there.
Opportunity of the match.
Leads 5 games to 3.
He's slowly turning this match around. It's 5-3. He'll be serving now for the second set.
Oh, he deserved that one. Somehow finding a way to hold serve during the whole set and the bit, saving so many break points, and got his opportunity and played 2 great points, especially that last point, just staying aggressive and drawing the unforced error. Well done. Opportunity to level up the match at 1 set all here.
An idea of how this match is tightening. Jannik Sinner, he didn't do a heck of a lot wrong in that service game. It was Shapovalov that came out and won it. And now he's earned the right to level things up.
Low 15.
It's the last thing you want to see when you work so hard to get that break. That first point is very important, sets the tone. It's good he's taking a little bit of extra time here. Look for that first serve.
The belief has always been there. There's been the frustration, of course, particularly in that opening set for Shapovalov, but he won't let his head drop. Neither will this man.
No, they're both very positive out there, great attitudes. No matter what the circumstances, these guys will be giving it their all.
More errors coming from the Sinner racket in the last 10 minutes or so.
15.
Not sure if that those 2 on 4 steroids could it be fatigue. I mean, he's obviously incredibly fit, but
oh, that's beautifully done. Set points here for Shapovalov. Potentially, I mean, there's a lot of tennis last week to be played.
it took a lot out of him. You know, winning a title always takes a lot out of you, and that was only yesterday.
Spent the quarantine period hitting with Rafael Nadal over in Adelaide.
That's not a bad preparation.
No, particularly a lefty.
Rafa. Let's hope he's all healthy and ready to go.
What a great turnaround from Denis Shapovalov. The 11 seed withstands the pressure and brings it back on his terms. We're at 1 set all. Shapovalov, the second, 6-3.
It's when you do them that matters, and Jannik, I think, hit 3 or 4 of those ones the last couple of games.
Take a look at the highlights for the second set, and this is where Shapovalov turned it around. Still kept the positivity of his play. So the highlights of the second set. And Denis Shapovalov turning things around beautifully here. He waited a long time for some opportunities to present themselves on the Sinner serve. He was under all sorts of pressure on his serve. But the great player that he is, he found a way. And he's feeling pretty good about things now. And that was a hell of a pickup on set points. And we have ourselves a contest right here, 1 set apiece as Jannik Sinner prepares.
Please take a seat.
The spectators to
back of the court.
Get themselves organised. One straggler who will take their time sitting down, socially distancing themselves. Unbelievable.
Again, coming forward, I love it.
How does he make that look so easy?
Love it, team.
When you're running forward like that.
He's a great athlete.
See here, he's coming in. He's at the service line, and that's a half volley.
It's a half volley. What he did well was, as you saw, his racket went back. He took the speed off the ball completely, which is not easy to do at all. What a shame. There's that backhand I was speaking about, the jump backhand.
A few fans in the house tonight who haven't seen Denis Shapovalov play before. That's where the oohs came from.
You see in the forehand he misses, he just sprayed it again, kind of it just collapses. Doesn't get underneath it.
30 all.
His first double fault for the match, and because we've talked about the end of that previous set, just coming down from that level that he had in the opening set and a half. Just a few more errors thrown in there.
It's very difficult to maintain that kind of tennis. It's in a best of 5, so it's not surprising, but let's hope he can just regain focus.
Meanwhile, down the other end, Shapovalov's confidence growing.
40.
Dennis's mum, Tessa, watching on.
Let the serve. Abuse.
This underlines what you're saying, Mark, about the importance of that first serve in that particular situation. 190 down the tee, effective, because you just keep putting the pressure on.
When you place it that good, it doesn't need to be that big. I mean, 190 is a big serve, but it was so well placed.
And again.
Advantage. Sinner.
He needed a couple of those first serves because as these last few games, as the points have gone longer, Denis is starting to win those longer points where Jannik was winning most of them at the start of this start of the match.
And that's just missed as well. So Sinner getting it done, opening game of the third. Part of the way that Shapovalov got back into that second set was having a few more comfortable service games. Early on in the second set, it was a real struggle. He was facing break points, he was under pressure. Managed to get through those, and then things started to loosen up just a little bit.
He's finding his range on that serve. Everyone has their routine before serve. Denis likes to bounce the ball 4 times and he gets 2 little things between his legs. Let's see it here. There's 1, 2, and 4 bounces. There we go.
Up to 5 for the match. It's also a bit of implied pressure from Sinner in terms of where he's standing. Just that little bit of extra, considering the way that Sinner's been returning tonight too.
Well, right now, standing, I can hardly see him. Even on the second serve, it's a long way back. Yeah, for me, that's too far back.
40-30.
He's trying a little extra on that return. When you're so far back, you got to hit the ball a lot harder. Be more aggressive, but big difference in that one.
Yeah.
Big difference. Stood back, jumped forward,
Yes.
and cut off the angle there nicely, especially for a lefty wide one. Nice split step. Almost finished inside the court on that one, on the first serve.
And that's the pressure that Shapovalov is facing right now on his serve. That's why he feels he needs to push a little bit more, particularly on that second ball.
That's a serve.
Let's see if he does that again. He's staying a long way back, but if he moves forward for that split step.
Nope, the answer to that question. It looks much better for it.
Absolutely, he did it again.
Advantage.
Started 3-4 feet behind the baseline. Split step, cut off the angle, ended up finishing almost a foot inside with a nice aggressive return, and Denis had less time to deal with that one.
Deuce. Advantage, Shapovalov.
Great first serve, and another battle for Denis to hold serve here.
Well, it had a look after all that hard work.
Deuce.
He set up this point perfectly. Coming in behind that down the line. It's a tough one to hit the drop volley. His racket just collapsing too much on that backhand. Instead of just punching it down the line.
Disappointing after all the hard work, getting back into the second set.
Advantage, Sinner.
Really feeling like he's in this match. An unforced error and another break point for Sinner. Riccardo Piatti, coach of Jannik Sinner.
Another great 1-2. Setting it up with that serve out wide, opening up the court nicely.
Shades of the start of the second set here as well, with Shapovalov under pressure on his serve. Oh, again.
Advantage. Sinner.
We talked about his receiving position, Mark, Jannik Sinner there, and that was another example of him stepping into the court and a bit more of that applied pressure.
Let me tell you, that makes a difference from someone who's serving and you can see that person is stepping up. That does make a difference. You feel like you got to go for a little bit too much. For him to stay in that point from the return, little flick, and then that slice forehand. Wow, a little fortunate there. But back at juice again.
Yep, he is still there.
Juice number 5.
The often used terms in 2020 across the board is the word resilience. And we're seeing a little bit of it here from Denis Shapovalov.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
Another rare quick miss from Jannik there. Coming at the best time.
He doesn't really want to pick up this moth that's landed on the court. Someone in the crowd saying put it in quarantine. Nico Hellworth doesn't want to pick it up either. So we'll just leave it at the umpire's chair and move on. I'm sure that's a Victorian moth that's been here all the time. The line was open, but again, Shapovalov hangs on.
He finds a way, doesn't he?
1 game on.
Gotta love the energy.
But it's the energy, but it's also these two players. I mean, we're not getting a lot out of Jannik Sinner, and that's just his demeanour. We're getting a little bit more out of Shapovalov, but it's not a shoulders down type demeanour when things weren't going his way. He's still keeping things ultra positive out there, and he's getting the result.
There's no negativity from both these guys. It's good to see some emotion, understand some frustration from Denis, but that's a good thing, is he's understanding the importance of the situation and shows how much he wants it out here.
That for serve.
It's a nice play from Sinner. Just he does get a ball that's around there, that range, to come into the net, put a bit more pressure on Shapovalov, something different to look at. Comfortable around the net, as we've seen.
Denis looking at that one, but that one hit the line. Here's a good look at it.
Now we'll get to see it on the screen as well. I do find it interesting, the players, because they can't challenge, having to get used to the concept.
14.
Not having that instant argument with the umpire or throwing the hand up. Just speed the matches up too. Even though we lose a little bit of the drama that you get waiting for a challenge to come in.
That's the one that I miss, but still plenty of drama left.
Have a bit of that.
40-15.
It's a good time to open up the shoulders. 40 love down, nothing to lose.
It was the right serve as well. Look at this, bang. Didn't have to move. Holds pretty comfortably, Jannik Sinner in that game. This is a good contest brewing right now. We're a set apiece. Sinner 2-1 in the third. Looking magnificent. You can see some of the redevelopment there. Along the way, there's a new show court which is coming next year. You'll see right next to the Cain Arena. You can see the shape of that just faintly. New function centre being built as well. That'll be ready for next year too. But right now, the focus of all eyes here on night number 1 is on Denis Shapovalov, serving at 1-2 in the third, and waiting for a few of the spectators to take their seats or not, as the case might be.
Not 15 up. Left.
That's one of his go-to plays, that wide serve, forehand down the line.
Still a healthy first serve percentage into plays, winning plenty on the first ball. It's down to 42%. Second serve points won.
14 left.
Well, could this be a easy hold for Denis?
Well, they're like gold at the moment for him. It is an easy hold. I was in that for a little while. 2-2 now in the third set. So let's have a look at the win predictor. 5% swing. We thought it was a little high on the Sinner side. I still think it's high.
That's not much of a swing, 5% after that one set all. This is pretty much a coin flip for me, to be honest with you.
You're going 50-50.
Oh, yes. I'm being political.
15 enough.
Oh, he missed it. Gee, he did well, Shapovalov, to guess right there when he was at the net.
On.
He sat up for Sinner, but he was in the right place at the right time.
Got a little casual on that one. A little bit of a shoulder fake from Denis the shot before. Good reaction.
Let's first serve.
Well done.
Great play, great play. Using that forehand, that up forehand, open up the court nicely.
15-30.
They're the points that you want to see Denis play. When he's opening up his shoulders and he's being aggressive, that's where I feel like he plays his best tennis.
So, break points again for Denis Shapovalov.
This set's flipped. Now Jannik is the one who's having to work hard to hold serve and has some break points against him. Coming up with his own 1-2, starting off with that serve out wide, opening up the court.
30-40.
Great play. That getting that first serve in just makes such a huge difference for both these guys, showing on the percentages.
That's a remarkable thing for me, like they're under pressure, both players throughout this match for their face break points, and they've come up with the big first serve.
Also, too, Jannik's maintaining, he's still being aggressive. He looks solid from the back, but he's hitting the ball hard. I mean, it's not like he's rolling the ball in and hoping not to miss. They're both hitting the ball really hard from the back, and an opportunity lost there, but that's just another solid point.
2 hours now for the match. That was going to be tricky, particularly when Shapovalov was waiting in that corner of the court.
Advantage.
That was a great get for him. It's not an easy ball when it's that high at night, looking up at the sky. Break point number 3 here.
And a double fault. Shapovalov gets the break of serve. He's in front. It's 3-2 in the third. So a turnaround again. Denis Shapovalov just wrestling back control of this match. It's now on his terms. Work needs to start for Jannik Sinner. He hasn't done a heck of a lot wrong in this match. But Shapovalov's gone after it.
This is the first time now he's playing from behind. He's always been at least a game ahead, so let's see how he responds.
Love 15.
Too good. Too good. Out wide, beautiful forehand down the line, and Jannik did a hell of an effort there to run that down, showing his foot speed. And an aggressive finish at the end there. It's a dangerous sight when Denis starts getting some confidence with those groundies.
Pressure coming back here, so unforced error count increasing somewhat
30,
for Sinner. We talk about the timing of those, but decreasing a little on the Shapovalov side.
He was not missing any of those for a set and a half. That's what pressure does.
$40-15.
Pressure on from Shapovalov. Consolidates the break now, 4-2.
Shapovalov leads 4-2.
Jannik just bending over a little bit in the baseline here with something. I'm not sure if he's got some stiffness or soreness in his legs somewhere or his knee. I'm not sure what's going on, but you
wouldn't blame him for that with all the tennis he played last week. Long matches, despite the fact he only had one that went the distance.
Oops. I love 15.
So all of his double faults have come in this set. Service percentage is dropping. extraordinary.
Take that
15,
speed
13.
off the ball and that drop volley. Great hands.
We just want to get to the end of this point to see this again. How could he get dropped with the ball coming in that fast?
That's a good look at it.
Second there, I thought that one was coming back in too.
These are one of those matches where you just sit back and enjoy
30 all.
and just admire what these guys are giving crowd, and with the pace they're hitting the ball.
But now it's interesting too, because it's Sinner, the player that's under pressure on his serve. He's the one having to come up with the big shots to hang in the rallies to keep pace with Shapovalov.
Forty, 30.
Yeah, it's a solid volley. Rock solid from Shapovalov at the net.
Again, coming forward behind that heavy ground strokes and
Yes.
showing good hands here.
We talk about the hands, but we also talk about the variety of the volleys that he's got. We saw that miraculous stop volley that he hit. And this one, just rock solid.
Yep, leaving the racket head out in front. Nice little punch. And most important thing is not letting that racket head drop on the forehand volley, or on both sides. Nice and solid.
Just withstanding the pressure. And this is a complete flip around from what we saw in the opening set and a half. The roles are just reversed.
Completely opposite. What was great there is Denis standing his ground, especially on the backhand side, and that's what I love. When he starts slicing too much, and that's not his game. His game is to stand his ground, keep hitting. Great response there from Jannik. Staying aggressive. Nice heavy second serve. And going for his forehand.
Advantage. Shapovalov.
Just small margins sometimes in this sport. I mean, again, Sinner's not doing too much wrong here. Maybe, you know, if anything, just a tiny fraction short that Shapovalov could jump onto. But that's all he needed.
That just shows the game that they both possess. Any kind of little opening, they're both taking advantage of it.
That's another break of serve. Momentum with Shapovalov now. He's going to serve for the third set next at 5-2. He's come out and seized control. And now he's serving for a 2-1 lead with new tennis balls.
See, he's found his range.
Yeah, and it's that ability to string points together now, to come in runs. That's a sign of the control he has.
After that first set, you're thinking, how can he, looking for a way for him to play his way into the match, let alone be up 5-2 serving for the third. That's a beautiful thing about this sport, though.
Yep.
Just keep hanging in there. Changes from a minute to the next.
3 set points for Shapovalov. That's the way to bring it up, to make a statement.
6 games to 2.
Shapovalov now 2-1 to the goods. He takes the third set, 6 games to 2. Shapovalov makes his way back. We're still waiting on Jannik Sinner. In the meantime, let's take a look at the highlights from the third set of tennis. An entertaining set, but really, the roles flipped from what we saw in the opening set. Shapovalov, who making the play. He's got a nice rhythm going now. He's the one being rock solid, and Sinner making a few key errors. That was brilliant. He looked to finish it off. So away we go in this fourth set. Monday evening, the first Monday of Australian Open 2021. And Jannik Sinner now with the work to do. And let's have a look at the win predictor. Yeah, isn't that interesting how things turn so quickly? I suspect part of that win prediction was the way events went last week, with Sinner winning a title and Shapovalov losing his 2 group matches at the ATP Cup. I hope it's not, because you look at the quality of opponent that Shapovalov came up against and how well he played.
This is good to see. Jannik needs an easy hold here to start off the fourth set. After a good start of 40 love.
Yep, and he gets it.
First game, fourth set.
Denis is going to look to continue the way he's playing, and Jannik's going to try and get some of that rhythm he had in the first set.
Love 15.
So anything that's reasonably close gets shown on the screen for the players and the spectators. The automated line calling.
Here it is. Wide serve with a forehand down the line.
15-all.
Is that a second? That was a heavy second serve. Well placed, 161 kilometers an hour. Went after that one nicely.
Let's first serve. Thirty, 15.
These easy misses he's got to get rid of here. That we did not see at the start. Now here's the one pressing, and Denis is the one that's looking solid.
And cycling through service games
14,
too.
15.
Sinner trying to make some inroads on the Shapovalov serve. He's not getting any freebies, still making plenty of returns, but you see that ball coming in shorter and shorter. More 1-2 plays for the Canadian. All's well that ends well. He's hit that slightly, but it came off okay. Leveling up in the fourth.
Yeah, a little miss hit there, but what I liked is he saw that he was going to be out of position, looked to move forward and take advantage of that, and he did.
Yeah, going back to your point about these sort of points.
Love 15.
The opening set was Shapovalov the one making the errors, not hanging in. With that level coming down, you do wonder about whether there's any fatigue there. Such a big lead into the Australian Open.
Not only that, but this has been a very physical match with the points they've played. Again, of course, he's 19. I think, what is he, 19 years old, and you expect him to be fresh, but unless there's something niggling that you know we're unaware of.
Fifteen, 13.
Forced error count rising for Jannik Sinner. but again, he's still keeping his head up. Not going to know too much about what Jannik Sinner is feeling or thinking. He's not the expressive player like some of the other Italians.
First time we see him actually pumping himself up a little bit, understanding, knowing the situation, how important it is for him to hold serve here, get himself back in the game, into the match.
And again.
40-30.
I understand that, you know, everyone's different and he goes about his business quietly, but it's very important to show some emotion sometimes. Let Denis hear him, let, you know, that come on. Let him know that he's still here.
Well, yeah, you want to send that message,
Yes.
a psychological message down the other end of the court, even though he may not be feeling great. And we see a sort of sign of that right now, what he's doing to his leg.
Yeah, his right quad there, hit it a couple of times with his racket. That's definitely some stiffness there.
Well, a break point for Shapovalov. I wonder whether Denis has seen that. I'm sure he's seen that. And now we can see how smart Shapovalov is as a player. Just to spread the court. He can play with a bit of margin. Just move Sinner from side to side. Move him all over the court. Test this out.
He can sense it. He can definitely sense it. You know, when he's going for shots that he wasn't going for all the match, and he's trying to shorten up the points.
And the double fault again gives up the break of serve. As that ball heads into the crowd, nicely taken. He's not in a good way at the moment. Jannik Sinner, Shapovalov, another break. It's 2-1 in the fourth. So Denis Shapovalov with the ascendancy now in this one. Sinner feeling it in his legs right now.
This is also the time that it's very easy to lose focus and just keep worrying about yourself, and Denis not looking at... Sometimes you know your opponent's tired and you're thinking about running him around, and you just kind of get yourself off the game, and he's got to stay aggressive and continue to keep pressing, keep coming to the net, look for his opportunities.
Nice. I mean, one of the other things too with that is he can now go with his game plan. He can go with game plan A. He knows he's got his opponent in a really tight spot, and he wants to keep executing that.
You got your opponent down, you got to keep him down. Can't give him an opportunity to get back in. These guys are too good.
That's second serve. $30, 15.
Terrific angle again, and that's what Shapovalov wants to do with Jannik Sinner, move him all over the court for that particular reason that you can see now.
40-15.
Keep fighting though, Jannik Sinner.
Might be a little sore, but you can't tell from that moving. Last 2 points,
30.
side to side, still moving very well. And continuing to fight, as you mentioned.
Got to it. She did well to anticipate where that serve was going. Was right onto it in a flash, but it didn't come off. It's 3-1.
Shapovalov leads 3-1.
Can we get just a towel and there's it?
Oh, we've got to clean up on aisle 4 coming up here, I think. Denis is going to do the work himself.
Yes, please. Thank you.
One of the hazards of playing under lights here at the Australian Open. Doesn't matter what time of
Can
year.
we just bring him another white towel and exchange time? Thank you.
So the pressure on that man right there, the 19-year-old, ranked 36 in the world.
Good point. Crowd sensing Jannik's a little tired and something's wrong, and trying to give him that energy across.
30 left.
A quick hold here would be perfect. Great serve out wide.
Sending a message down the other end of the court.
40 left.
What a shot.
Particularly with the way he's feeling too.
That forehand message was, I refuse to run for another shot. This point is over. Oh, so is that. Half volley pickup. One of the things I'm sitting here and watching that I'm impressed with Denis is his half volley pickup on his backhand.
Yep.
Off strong shots. He's not blocking him back. I mean, he's hitting him with a full swing, and his rhythm is just perfect on those.
That's for serve.
And timing.
So Sinner hangs on. Still down to break though. Shapovalov 3-2 in the fourth. It's night number 1 of Australian Open 2021, and what a show we're seeing on MCA. The only match on the ground still going. still to come across the next 14 days. What will it bring? Shapovalov up a break in the fourth. It's 3-2.
Love, 15.
Certainly getting plenty of love here, Jannik Sinner. I'm not sure whether it's just a love for the athlete or wanting to see this match go a final set.
It's both. I think it's both. Ooh. Some flickering of the lights here.
All of a sudden, there's an opportunity for Sinner.
Love, 13.
Unbelievable. Two great points, that nice backhand down the line. And seeing some energy out of Jannik, and another love 30 game, trying to get himself back in the serve from Denis.
Deciding to stay back first and second ball here, Jannik Sinner. Well back in the court. Interesting.
Wow. 14.
Denis feeling the pressure. Love, 40.
Second double fault in this set, 8th for the match. We've seen when the players have been under pressure, in these situations, the big first serve saving the day.
Just
like that.
You normally get a sense of matches, rhythm, the way things are going, but I find here during this match, I've got no idea what's going to happen.
It changes quickly, doesn't it?
So quick. One game to the next.
First serve. Still one more break point.
14.
Nice little mix up there, serve and volley. I think catching Jannik by surprise, getting him to take off the eye from the ball for a split second there.
Wasn't enough to save him there. Sinner is back. 3-all now in the fourth.
Come on, 3-all. Great return off that first serve.
Just when we thought he was slowing down.
What I'd like to say in sports, beware the injured man. I mean, he doesn't look too injured at all, but I mean, what a turnaround.
Sinner side of the courts.
15 left.
This is where Denis is looking across the net going, hang on, aren't you supposed to be tired?
Yep.
15-all.
Another first serve coming to his rescue here.
It's like a light switch. Just flicks from one player to the other. Shapovalov dominating from the second half of the second set on. Now Sinner launching a challenge. Asked the question, he came up with the answer, Denis Shapovalov.
That was good play. The only thing I would say is I'm not sure chipping up, you know, coming in on the forehand side, whether he should have just coming off the backhand.
Now it's right on the centre tee. Shapovalov doesn't like the call. It's just on the edge. He's going to argue the point, but it's in the book. Sinner holds. He's in front in this fourth set. It's 4-3. Maybe a bit of concern for that particular fan. Shapovalov was looking the better of the two players at the start of this set. It's turned around now. I think Sinner mounting a challenge, but we are on serve in the fourth set.
Ooh.
15 up.
Big opportunity missed. It's 2 up right on that volley there.
Position to play that. Didn't mind the one before it. Just a little off pacer.
15-all.
This is where it gets dangerous. He's looking now, I feel like, trying to make him move instead of continuing to be aggressive and just playing his shots. Picking a spot and hitting it and staying aggressive. Now he's thinking about making him move. Oh, too good. Too good. Jannik was way too far back there. Almost 4 or 5 meters behind the baseline. He had plenty of time for that drop volley.
Well, Shapovalov well and truly aware of it, but that one's a safe shot. That works. It's when he's thrown in the drop shot and lands near the service line that it becomes problematic. Attempted the change up, but Sinner had time to really wind up on that return. And put it right at the feet of Shapovalov.
Yeah, I think he went for that serve and volley into the body, which is not a bad play, but if you don't get it right into the body, it's right into the hitting zone of your opponent, which is exactly where it was for Jannik there in his forehand side, and it was an easy return.
for Sinner.
30-40.
Unforced error off the Shapovalov racket.
And again, it's the other player who's pressing.
Yep.
And now Jannik is the solid player. It's back and forth. Will they go for his 1-2 play out wide, forehand out of the line?
Clutched again.
It did. It all started off with the serve out wide.
Use.
But it was a first serve.
Absolute first. And you can't even see Jannik. You're so far back. Again, a lot of room for this drop volley. Well, didn't have to be a drop volley, just anywhere in the open court.
Advantage, Shapovalov.
Yeah, nicely done. Did well to get out of trouble. Real arm wrestle symbolises what we've seen in the match tonight. And we're level again.
That's the thing. When you're that far behind the baseline to return and you're playing against a lift, it's just too much space. There's too much space. Even if you don't hit a perfect slice serve, you're so far behind the baseline, it's going to have to be incredible to get back into the point. And all he's got to do is just block the ball in the open court.
Yes, the end of that rally, just continuing to send the message.
Good clean hitting from Jannik.
This is frustrating now for Shapovalov. Here comes the call, he's going to see it. I'll guarantee you one thing, Mark, it's not going to be wrong.
No, that's not going to change, is it?
No. Frustrating as it might be, again, had he have challenged, same result. I think part of that is the pressure he's feeling right now, knowing that Sinner has got that second wind in the match.
And it's never easy watching your ball go out twice. Yep. It hurts the first time. You don't want it to hurt twice.
Oh, that is excellent from Shapovalov.
40-15.
Saw it early.
Jannik was still finishing his swing on the serve before that ball got behind him.
And he holds again, Jannik Sinner.
Leads 5 games to 4.
It's 5-4 now in the fourth set. The magnificent Rod Laver Arena. You just see on the right-hand side, just the bottom of frame, just part of that new show court, which will be up and running for Australian Open 2022. 5,000 seat stadium. ready to go. We'll house some great matches, potentially, including these ones. Shapovalov now serving to stay in the fourth set. The determination of these guys, just not to be beaten at any stage.
Taking his team to another level.
He still may not be feeling 100%, but he's not letting that show right now.
That's the good thing about sports. It's a beautiful thing, adrenaline. When adrenaline kicks in, you don't feel anything, go a little numb.
Set points for Jannik Sinner.
Love 40.
From being down and out early on in this fourth set, he has done a fantastic job, Jannik Sinner.
Let's first serve.
At least we know what the end of that point might have been like. It's missed. Oof. Only just. Shapovalov was watching that ball go by thinking, please, no.
If that did not hit the tape, that was a winner. That was a clear winner. Very unlucky there.
Two more set points. One more set point.
Well played. Well played. Mixing up the play with the kicker out wide, opening up the court. Again, sensing how far back Jannik is staying on the returner's serve.
But kicker out wide. It's a first serve again. Under the most immense pressure, coming up with that first serve. Because we're all level here and we've got a hell of a final set coming up. Jannik Sinner takes the fourth, 6-4.
Time.
Rightio, a one-set shootout. Reminder, if we get to 6-all in this set, we'll play a tiebreaker first to 10 with a margin of 2. Let's have a look at this win predictor now. Swinging all over the place. The ascendancy back with Jannik Sinner.
Net for serve.
It's a matter of who's going to start the better in this set. Hit from Shapovalov, but Sinner was right on top of it.
30-15.
First serve's been a huge part in both these guys today on the big points.
Sinner 70% into play on the first ball, winning 68%. Just 51% on the second serve. Both of these players now, we've had some long rallies across these 5 sets. Be looking for as many short points as possible now. There's a hell of a return. And Sinner, very little time to react.
Net for serve. Red base.
mentioned the R word again, resilience from both players really tonight. Now again from Sinner. They're too good. The pure ball striking from these two has been exceptional tonight.
Stepping it up here in the 5th set. It's been a real treat for this crowd, for us too.
Yeah, well, when you've got 71 winners being struck across the 5 sets between these two, you're in for a reasonable match. Towards the end of that rally, some in the crowd, oh wow, you could say that for the entire match. It's been captivating. Oh, and again.
Just the quality is just so high.
Yes.
After 5 sets to be hitting the ball like this, and
we talked about how physical a contest this has been tonight. 3 hours and 16 minutes on court, and they're still producing this high standard. And so both players really going after it. It's a battle of the winner rather than the unforced error. Jannik Sinner. And now Shapovalov with a break point.
Advantage. Shapovalov.
Playing the game that saw him be up 2 sets to 1 in the break. Staying aggressive, moving him around, looking to come in.
That's a way to wrestle back the momentum. Oh, he's gone with the underarm. Oh, well.
It is safe now to say that we've seen it all in this match so far.
Yep.
After the underarm serve. I think if he missed that one, he's got to better just to serve it normal.
You can click back in so quickly. I'd ask you if you ever done an underarm serve, but you never needed to.
I haven't even thought about it.
It wouldn't even enter your mind. I wouldn't.
No.
Not with
not at all.
Not with the serve you possess.
40 love.
I can just see it. You know, these young kids grabbing a basket of balls and going to practice their underarm serves.
It's already starting.
It's already starting.
It is already starting at the
my goodness.
club level.
There we go.
And a lead court.
What
And it's a good way to test out Jannik Sinner if you're going to stand back that far.
I mean, he's standing a long way back.
40-15 now.
15.
He's got the service break. He's serving well. Overarm anyway.
Yeah, I think maybe he just wanted to, like he said, he's standing a good 4 or 5 meters behind the baseline, and he's just trying to keep him off his toes. And I guess if you're going to do something, call it silly or what, but it's a good time to do it to 40 love. I mean, it was almost perfect.
Comfortable hold, comfortable consolidation of the break too for Shapovalov.
2 games to love.
2-love now in the final set. All right, here we go. You want it swinging backwards and forwards? 79% for Shapovalov right now. I think this is a process we're going to have to go through game by game to get to the end here.
Absolutely.
Depth touch. It's love 15. Sinner serving now at love 2 in the final set.
Great touch in that one. Perfect timing too.
Well, let's see where Sinner is in the court right now. No chance of getting there. Not after 3 hours and 21 minutes.
All.
As I mentioned before, Jannik Sinner has only played 1 match that has gone the distance in terms of 5 sets. Last year at the US Open, he lost to Karen Khachanov in a final set tiebreak. Shapovalov has played the 9. This is his 10th. It's gone to 5 sets. He's on the losing side of the ledger. Including his last 2. Roland Garros round 2. Roberto Caballes Baena, 8-6 in the 5th. And Pablo Carreño Busta in the US Open quarter-final. 6-3 in the 5th. So 40-30 now for Sinner to get on the board in this final set. Shapovalov leading 2-love. Three hours and 24 minutes on court. So he holds. Sinner is on the boards in this final set. Shapovalov still up a break. It's 2 games to 1. Just in the nick of time, Denis Shapovalov. Even was sensible enough just to take the racket with him. He disappeared off the court straight away. The ebbs and flows of a match at the Australian Open. It's been entertaining throughout between these two. The next gen. Shapovalov with the break in this final set.
15.
Nicely covered off again.
Yeah, that was well played. Well played. Again, taking
15 all.
advantage of Jannik being so far behind the baseline, starting off with that wide serve.
62% first serves into play across the match from Denis Shapovalov, winning 77% of those points.
Fantastic movement.
15-13.
Is this the second set or the fifth set, the way he's moving to that ball?
Look how far back he is again. Way out of position. And he already had started running. You could see Shapovalov was angling for the dropper. And did well to cover this one off too.
Again, the go-to play, serve out wide and the forehand down the line. You've got to, on that big point, you've got to say, listen, I'm going to give you that middle serve. You've got to be covering that wide serve. He's been hurt way too many times, especially on the big points. Whether it be moving over or moving in a little bit more, you can stay back on the deuce side that far back, but not on the advantage side on the lefty.
Breakback point for Jannik Sinner.
30-14.
Here we go. Will he adjust his positioning at all on his first serve?
Well, and then down the other end, will he be brave enough to change it up and go tee?
I mean, with the success he has, why would he do anything different?
That didn't get up.
Yes.
And again, the perfect play.
But another break point. How many times tonight have we seen players, both players, with break points and they nail the first serve?
Yeah, I mean, that was 177 kilometers an hour. It was a solid serve, but just his placement is all about the placement. Doesn't have to be that big when you're so far behind the baseline to return.
Completely mishit serve from Shapovalov. Sinner did well just to get it back.
He got away with one on that one.
Shapovalov.
Withstood the challenge, and Shapovalov holds. It's 3-1 now in this final set.
This is still way too close to call.
Can't tempt you for a prediction.
No, not with 1-3. Especially if he can Jannik can just hold here, maintain that one break down. Try and put some pressure on again.
Love, 15.
Just having to conserve here at the moment. Jannik Sinner between the points. Just take a little bit of extra time.
Beautiful inside-out forehand.
Keep the point short like that.
15 all.
He's made it. Careful now, Shapovalov, with those drop shots, because Sinner having no trouble running them down.
30-15.
Still moving well.
Oh, just caught the edge of the line, by the way. He's found the line again.
40-15.
Interesting the difference there too. Sinner at that point up on the baseline. Was just inside to play this one. What a contest this is. Shapovalov still up a break. It's 3-2 in the fifth. This has lived up to the billing tonight, and this is just an opening round. 3 hours and 34 minutes on the clock. Shapovalov still up a break, 3-2.
Beautiful volley.
15
Coming in, nice split step. And as you can see, there was no swing at all in this volley, just a punch. Racket head stayed up. Great technique there. It's a good one for the kids to see. Again, continuing to hurt him with that wide serve. Still has not made any kind of adjustment where he's waiting for that ball. Fantastic hitting from both guys.
As you said, is this the final set or the
40
second set?
love.
In terms of the way they've been going about it.
I was waiting for a change of pace, but the change of pace was just harder. Harder to harder.
Deliver sort of stuff right now. Sinner feeling it a little bit.
40-15.
A bit of a limp from Jannik walking back to grab his towel.
Yeah, he's just going to take a little bit of extra time. Again, Shapovalov looks up. He's there on the line. He's ready to go. He's bouncing around. He can see what's going on with his opponent. Sinner was waiting in that corner for the ball. He wasn't going to make the move across court.
14.
No, he
30.
guessed and worked out well. And 40-30 now from 40 love. Can I say 98% out wide, 2% down the middle on this one?
That is a way to hold serve. It's 4-2 in the final set.
When Jannik hit that, I thought, this is a good return here. What's he going to do with this? And this is what he does with it.
The timing and the coordination, the jump backhand.
You see a lot of the double-handers hit that very well and easily because of the two hands, but it's not easy to hit as a single-hander. I can tell you that. You get the sense that this is not even close to being over?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm also with you on the not making a prediction right now. Smart serve.
30 left.
The body of Shapovalov.
Left.
Just that one pass. Nicely done from Jannik Sinnerin, keeping himself in the contest. Still down to break though. Shapovalov 4-3 in the final sets. All the twists and turns of the Australian Open. Opening round action. Here's the win predictor. He just keeps swinging backwards and forwards. 15% for Jannik Sinner now. Interesting, considering the body of work we've seen over 3 hours and 41 minutes. Brave prediction from the win predictor. It's 4-3 for Shapovalov. He is up a break in this final set. 15 love.
The same pattern. Kicker out wide as a first serve, opening up for that one down the line.
Left.
Great mix up there.
Why not? 9 times out of 10, use the wide one. That 10th one that Sinner's got in the back of his mind.
$30, 15.
Throw in the wide one, just forcing Sinner to stretch.
40, 15.
We can't keep running them down forever. Shapovalov aware of that. One game away from a spot in the second round.
Shapovalov leads.
I have to say too,
5 games to 3.
you know, it's a Monday night here in Melbourne, but this crowd has been captivated. Very few spectators have left over the course of the 3 hours and 44 minutes, and it's 10-1. We're already moved into day 2.
Oh, this has been a huge treat. What a way to end day number 1 here for the Australian Open. There's been so many awesome night matches over the years.
Crowd now just want this to continue on. I mean, all that's happened in 2020, one of the big things about Australian Open 2021 is that there is a crowd here. There is an atmosphere. Talked about that a lot, how much they've missed playing in front of crowds and feeding off the energy.
I'm sure, as an athlete, I can tell you what, it would definitely be missed. It's not the same thing playing in front of a empty stadium, that's for sure.
It's a tired-looking backhand from Sinner. Just the way that he fought back in that 4th set, amazing, but really feeling it now. This has been an incredibly physical contest.
As you mentioned earlier, people have spoken about this match. As soon as the draw came out, I can tell you what, this has lived above and beyond its hype.
He hangs on again, Jannik Sinner. But now Denis Shapovalov will serve for the match at 5-4 in the final set. Three hours and 47 minutes. It was the match a lot of folks around the world were looking forward to. The battle of the next-gen players. Is there one more twist in the tail? Denis Shapovalov serving for the match.
Perfect response at the end of that point with a come on.
The finish line is so close. They know at 6-all it'll be a tie-break to decide the match. First to 10 with a margin of 2. Should we get there?
Great second serve. What a response. Wow.
15-all.
One of the best of the match.
Neither player has crumbled on their serve either.
Scared to be hit.
30-15.
In fact, it's one of the easier ones that Sinner's had tonight. You see how much he's feeling it now. The physical pressure, but the mental side of things tonight as well. But as we've been saying throughout this final set,
30-all.
you cannot write either player off.
No, but what heart and determination Jannik is showing here. Fighting, scrambling.
This time he puts it away. The Sinner resistance is coming down. Match point for Denis Shapovalov.
Come on, boys, what a point.
30.
How they could play that sort of quality after 3 hours and 52 minutes to take themselves to new levels.
Fans showing their appreciation for these two guys. Leaving everything on the court.
Match
Thank
point
you.
for Denis Shapovalov.
Oh,
Not yet a return!
not yet, says Jannik.
How cool are these players under pressure? It's almost like the pressure doesn't exist.
Ah, youth, huh?
Oh, it's a double bounce! He's first in this set.
Sinnerin.
What were you saying about serving out a match, Mark Philippoussis?
Oh, man, it's not easy to serve out the match. Wow.
And Sinner, he might be feeling it a little bit, but I think he's feeling a hell of a lot better. A break
Please.
points.
Please. Please.
Missed.
I thought that thing was going to land in.
Yes.
It had a look. Shapovalov had a little look too.
Going to his go-to play, the out-wide serve and the forehand down in the open court. Oh, gutsy, he went for it. Deuce.
And again, he gets himself to the brink. Match point number 2 for Denis Shapovalov.
Finding the line on that one. This guy must be thinking. First serve, out wide. Maybe not a serve and volley, but first serve and forehand.
then we're in safe hands.